Fixerbot says.
Welcome. Stream starts in 5 minutes. T minus 4 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Get a little more secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow in the stream of knowledge. Together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean.
Stream about to start. 1 minute left.
Gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Get a little more secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode.
Welcome in, welcome back. I'm just getting everything up right, so I should start the chat of Stream About 2. So we can see both YouTube and Twitch chat. So, mostly automatic messages here. And then... There. So, and I can see what screen I'm sharing. Sorry. And what? Right, so I'm uploading the latest video from yesterday. I just restarted my computer because, it stream crashed again yesterday. Not the best thing to have happen during stream. So I'm kind of thinking I should get a bit more memory to the poor thing here. Alright, let's close this one, and yeah, this is the current one. Close this. This one will take a few hours. So I'm actually going to start uploading my old streams before I started, uploading them 115 streams ago. I think so, at least. What do you think? Then I'll get some more space on my hard drive, because currently I can't even record the streams if I really want to. That might be nice to have a bit more flexibility. Right, so we were doing this. We were debugging this and mostly just reading the code of PHP. We got the PHP server. Let's see. It's not started now, I think, so we should just get nothing here. Right? So we have to start the Laragon. We tested several last stream, and this seemed to be an okay alternative. And I did also test that this actually just minimizes it. So, not the best GUI ever. Also that these messages just disappear before you could read them all. So, minimize now to the tray here. But working. And kinda simple. So, we should give it a few seconds to start. Yeah, so I thought a bit more about this yesterday. Let's start it. So if we click web here, we go to the web. So this should probably work now. Come on. Well, let's browse to the same file and see. Maybe it's changed something in the path. Well, whatever. I mean, the HTTPS. I don't know if it will definitely go kind of bad there, right? Yeah. So if you're just looking at the wrong port, it won't find it. I'm a bit curious on this message. We get the warning. It's not safe to rely on system timezone settings. You're required to use data timezone setting when using data default timezone set function. If in case you need one of those methods and you're still getting this warning, you most likely misspelled the timezone identifier. We selected the timezone UTC for now. Please set the timezone to your timezone. On line 63 then. So let's open. I just restarted so nothing is open. Not even the notes. Definitely not the VM. Yeah, so here... Oh, another update. Oh, right, they just want us to buy stuff, right? So we just installed this. We don't know how much we will use it. Right, so this is the code from the page, or the wire page. I just thought of this, that this one actually say censored here, and I just was like, oh, that's probably the not censored at all, right? That's probably the definitely thing. But we were mostly reading the code last time and got it working locally so we can test code. And just do it backwards to see what happens. Because we got the wrong one, and I'm assuming that we were just using a test key, that's why. So we'll have to find out what the actual one is. I've been thinking, should I install... I had a burp and other things too on my Windows machine before. But since I have this hard drive's full problem, I kind of uninstalled everything I need, and this was mostly just streams, you know, and video data. Yeah, we'll see. Also, I want to at least 2 terabyte SSD system drive. This is just 500 gigs. It's kind of tiny. I don't have much here. There is the video, which is just the video program, so this is not video data. And I do have my main Kali virtual machine. No other virtual machines. They are on hard drives, not SSDs. So, but this is kind of big. So I would like to have enough space to have all of my virtual machines. That's almost a fifth of the drive. You know? It would be kind of nice also having more. I should fix my computer a bit. At least I put a few of the hard drives in the box, and I just have one on top of it now, connected by USB. But the USB is kind of good. When I tested that latest Diablo game, I used an external USB. And it worked. There were no problems at all. I didn't notice any kind of lag on this own machine. So, well, I wasn't streaming or doing other stuff at the same time. Anyway, let's start the VM. VMware, we'll see. I don't think, as long as I don't start Discord, there's a much lower chance that my stream will crash. I don't know why it is so buggy, but it definitely is. So, let's start. Yeah, so I also woke up kinda early today, so this is after lunch. I'm a bit tired. We're just eating, you know. Let's see if I have the movie redeems activated. I should probably do some stuff. So let's see. So let's activate. So my neck this morning, my neck didn't feel very well. Actually, not good at all. It's ouch. It's a bit better now. Maybe I should keep them off. And maybe it's actually the push-ups I should turn off because it's my shoulder. So let's disable that and enable this one, and I can do slow high jumps. So we have something there. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I still have the intro song in the back of my head going. Right, so this one, we don't SSH or anything, we just use the web. So I don't really need... This is odd, not needing a terminal. Well, let's close it down. It's like I'm a fish on dry land here. I need my terminal. 11? Was 11 the one? I guess so, right? Come on, bird. Yeah, so it's kind of cloudy outside today too, but it's still bright light enough for me not to see the dark. Minimize all those things here. So we have the basic thing here. We have that's confirming I have the dark one on, and this sets colors. Well, I don't care about the colors, right? Anyway, let's leave it on. These are from yesterday. It feels like it's several days ago. I streamed early yesterday. Compared to today, I mean. No, I didn't at all. Yeah, kind of. Let's see. Anyway, we have here this obviously censored when I think one step more, but we will look in a lot of the code. We got PHP working. So now we can start testing stuff. And let's actually go to the page like originally again. So we have it cached in burp again. Right, we have password. So let's go to the notes and check. So this is the... Right, so this is actually intended for... this is my Obsidian notes, but I opened them also in code, so we can see the PHP much better, you know? It's nicer to look at it here than like this. So the username must be made as 11? No, typing in the wrong thing. Made as 11 and pasting the password. So we're in the page again. And let's close the old one and just open this one again. So we have these in burp again. And let's try and click the set color button. So let's hop over to burp. And here we can see the first unauthorized, where we hadn't logged in yet. And then we can see when we're authorized. And we can see that, let's see, we have the basic authentication here. And if we select this one, we can see our username and password here. 364 recoded. And then when we click this one, let's see. When I click there, I think, did we have the cookie already here? Yeah, we do. So we have this cookie here. And from looking at the code, this is what we need to look. Continue checking this out. center. So let's just copy the whole line. I'm sure this is the same as yesterday, but let's see, what notes did we make yesterday? I did a lot of other stuff too yesterday, so I was actually thinking of doing a LinkedIn update stream today instead, but I want to finish this one. We kind of left it hanging there because I had to go spend some time with my kids. Right. So we have this. I have not actually put the HTTP here. This is kind of odd. Why didn't I? Because we looked a lot at it. I'm kind of thinking, let's copy this bit. Because I want to see this, how it develops over time when we do the different things. So let's put this over here in the notes. So that's what the page looks like. Request before basic of request after of, and then request after clicking set color. Okay, so let's save them all that I just clicked here in Burp. So the first one, so I had to restart the VM2 because, you know, I'm thinking maybe I should like delete cookies too, because I'm assuming we wouldn't have the cookie here. Well, this might not be as interesting, right? So, well, this browser, come on, we want the Kali one. So the reason I have the Kali there is because we have the VMware one too. And I rather mix up the Windows and Kali one. This one won't disappear when I click it. So, yeah. And it kinda tells us what to do here too, right? So it's not a complicated thing. I just thought that it's very useful to be able to run PHP on our local machine, and now I can. Right, so should I close a few of these maybe? Whatever. Right, I was thinking just removing cookies. It's not like I use this browser for anything else, you know. Cookie. Clear data. I'm just going to copy this one and just close those. And then we kind of clear all the things. Yeah, they take space too, and it's probably nothing I will ever use. So let's just clear it. So, and new one. So now we have a new, fresh request. Though it did remember. Okay, whatever. That's good enough for me. let's look at it now. So the new ones, this one. So now we don't have a cookie. So there. So let's remove the cookie from this one, because it should be there. So before the basic auth, and let's also just for learning, make notes on everything here. So this actually means here, if you select this bit here, we can see this here in clear text. But you can't right click it and copy. So base 64 decoded. Oh, this is so annoying that it does that. Whatever. Well, I'm thinking should I add like confirmed, but whatever. This is my notes. We don't have to say things like that. So then, the request with the BD color here. We'll also have the cookie. So there. So now we have a cookie. 2. Woohoo! So I don't think we need to add anything there. So is there anything else that differs here? Except encoding, authentication, connection, refer. Yeah, so it's add this refer to. We played with that in another one of them. I like this. It's good. And well, the refer is also added. Well, that won't make it complain, but it did. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of odd language. Refer. So, the censored code for the page. Well, apparently it can't spell censored either. Now the censored code for the page. So we don't have to say we installed PHP server on our machine. It's just a good tool to have for the future, right? Then we have this code, a bit just commented bits that we really don't need in this file. So let's hop over to where it's better visible. right? So my very important header there. And then of course we have the funny thing with the date. But let's hop to this page. So here is what it makes for no. And it's supposed to just be what is for yes, but for some reason it tells us these errors or warning and notice. Yeah, I know this is a narrator string conversion because it's what we want to just debug output here. But this is the string, right? And then when we, well, it won't type all the characters here because they're not printable, I assume, because it's XOR'd here. And then we have the base 64 of it. So this is a base 64 of the no and base 64 of the yes. And we can see that it's not a lot of it that's the same. YAGQXTU. Hi, welcome in. Alright, let's see, didn't I start the TTS for YouTube? It's new to me to have TTS for YouTube too, so I didn't start it. Let's make sure it works too. I want to hear you guys on YouTube too. So we're just starting this. So connecting. Yeah, I think let's send something. It's probably done already. The TTS for Twitch is up. Move this one up. So let's do a test here and see if it reads it.
Fixit42 live says test.
Yeah, so now you can chat on YouTube and it will read it too. And not just Twitch. There, welcome in. Muhammad Bahi. Yes. I'm sorry if I'm mangling your name. Yeah, so
Maham Bahi says, do you have Instagram?
no, I don't, sorry. I have the Twitch, which is kind of like the main one. And then I have the two YouTubes, and if we go to Twitch, let's see. So here I have Discord, and we have, well, the GitHub link too. You can also in Twitch chat the commands, but I haven't added anything like that in YouTube yet. I probably should, right? So I'm sorry for us hearing. Wait. Echo is not nice, right? Yeah, 53. Always funny to look at yourself with this, it's odd. So, let me send you the Discord. Because if I do Discord in Twitch, we probably should make a stream on fixing commands and things for YouTube, but I can just do it as it pops up too. Commands in YouTube. I don't know if the streamer bot can do it. We'll see. So here's the link for the Discord.
Fixit42 live says https://discord.gg/zgoo29gqh.
And there you have my GitHub, which also contains the notes.
Fixit42 live says https://github.com/sophia Engvall.
So all of these notes are there. Yeah, let's continue. Or should I actually take a quick look at this. So we have the platforms here. We have commands, but these, I think they're only for YouTube. Oh, for Twitch. But we could make a test. Let's see if we add one here. Let's actually, yeah, look, sources. So I can add YouTube message here. So I would probably want to have a Twitch one which sends a message to Twitch and a YouTube one that sends a message to YouTube, right? So we would probably want them to be like doubled up. Or I could just add to all of them the YouTube tab, especially the controlling the robot arm. We have a robot arm here that we can run sometimes, but one of the servers is broken from chat playing too much. No, I'm just kidding. It was me not tying the cords good enough, so it kind of got stuck in its own wires. That was my fault. Yeah, so let's continue now. Let's just make sure that that one is up too, because of the TTS for Twitch is not active, like opened. It will close down. So we added the 3 requests here, so we can see the differences in them and how the cookie is added here. And this is also the
Maham
cookie that we
Bahi says
want to
you are a
copy.
hacker.
I'm learning. So right now we're studying web stuff. And it's on a free open page. Just a sec, love. Some kids. So I don't have it up actually. Let's open it. OverTheWire. So here you can go through different like tutorial exercises, and we're on the Nadas one here. And then you're supposed to go to this URL and you start with the first challenge, and then there's not much information here. From the first one you get the password for the second one. On the second one you get the password for the third one. So as you solve them, you get more and more knowledge too. So it's very nice. There's really no more information here, so that's why it's not up. Let's go back actually to this. So this tool is called VerpSpit, and we have just sent requests in our browser here, and we use the burp as a proxy so that we can see all of the requests and the responses here. But this view source code, this is really where we find the information on how it works. And usually you wouldn't see what is like behind the scenes here. So we get this as a way to learn how to get through this exercise, or to like hack it, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah. So somehow by doing something we're supposed to get a password out of this, right? And we don't know how first. We have a hint that cookies are protected with XR encryption, meaning, okay, something with cookies, right? And we have this code that we can look at, and we can see that it uses cookie here. So last stream I went through this code a lot, so I'm not going to redo that. I think we're just going to like debug our test at solving it and continue there. So let's drag this one over here. So this is just my test PHP file. So last time we also installed a PHP server on this computer so that we can run PHP code and test it, and also run this decode or encode function in PHP. so we can see what it actually does, what the result is. So that's why we did it, but also for use the next time we want to check something out, how some function works or whatever, you know. Yeah, so this is the original code, and this is our test PHP file. Right. Let's see here. So I added some comments. Right. Yeah, so if the cookie exists here, when we're at the load data that is run here at the start of it, I have just commented some of the lines of the original code.
Maham Bahi says, did you teach me, hacker?
Well, if you just watch stream, you might learn something. That's kind of the point, right? I learn things, and you might learn things, and if there's something you don't understand, just ask me, I'll explain, okay? So, questions are welcome. So this is, if you don't know any program, this would be unreadable, I understand, so just tell me. I don't know what you know and don't know, so. Yeah, so this is the function that uses XOR on this text that it gets, which is not actually a text, but it calls it a text. It's not only readable characters, and this is actually an array. So, well, it's a bit funny. Anyway, it treats it as a text string, and it goes through all the characters in the string, and it XORs them here with the character. The first character in this text is XORed with the first character here, and if this string is longer than this one, it will use this one over and over. That is why we have the mod here. So this just makes it start from 0 when this string is longer than this one. And then it returns the string XORed. So the text XORed with this string that is censored here is returned as the out text. And last time I didn't think of this could actually, that censored meant that it was actually censored. I just thought that it meant it was censored by being XORed. Well, I thought about it now that maybe they actually censored the key. So we'll have to find what the key is now. That's what we're going to do. This just loads the actual information from the cookie and uses the same function here to decrypt it. And it starts with data, which is the name of the cookie. So this gets the cookie with the name data from the browser in the normal case. And we also explored this function JSON decode and got that the true means that it will make a simple array of it. That's what it does. And an array in PHP, we learned, is just a simple key value pair. I try to find better words for it, but like a variable name and the value of it. So pairs like the show password and the value, which is yes or no here, and the BG color and its value, which here is, well, here we have them. This is the key and this is the value. This is the key and this is the value. So we can ask for this key's value, like it's done here. So this just gets it. there from, and it returns this array of data with these two keys and their values. It also checks if there are any special characters in this BG color string that we can write on the page, kind of telling us that we're not supposed to type something funny here to make it give us information. Trying to hack the page then, or what do you want to call it. Or instead we're supposed to look at the cookie. And also this is kind of clear from this bit of code that I have commented here. It says if the show password is yes, print the password, and here it's censored too. So the actual password is not in the source. And that's kind of why I missed the other censored, because I already had like, oh, censored check, in my brain. So I tried just comparing the no and the yes, and this didn't fit with the one we had. So, but then I had to stop for the day. So now we're going to check out the one that we have, and let's see if we still have it in the paste here. No, I copied something else. Let's hop over to here. Yeah, so apparently it copied that from me, just select it. So this is a cookie that it gave us using this encryption. Well, it's not really encryption, it's just XOR, but they call it encryption. So if we copy this one, we should have it now. Let's see. Can we paste it now? There. So this is the what should we call it? I guess it's a cookie. And all the variables in PHP have the $ character. So the cookie is this, and we need a semicolon. So what should we do with this? We know that this will have this format, and it will be encoded. So let's start with just echoing the cookie, so that we do it step by step. Yeah, it got it there. That's interesting. I just installed these extensions for PHP yesterday. So we installed this one for all, and I think this one too, because it was not installed by default. And this I think were just installed automatically with the all-in-one. So that was nice.
Maham Bahi says send you a message on Twitter. Time to move it. 10 squats redeemed.
Goaku says
TTS is broken today.
Is it? Is it broken? Yeah, maybe it was there a delay maybe? Sometimes it has a tiny delay. Yeah, so you're welcome to send me a messages on Twitter, of course. I don't think I have the link there, so you found it yourself. I don't use Twitter
Seems
a lot.
like a
I should
delay.
learn it or use it more. Okay. Yeah, so I can't do much. I know there was a bit of disconnects
30 seconds
time.
delay.
Yesterday we had several connected to channel of X42, which it only does at the start, really, usually. So yesterday it disconnected several times, but now we didn't have any disconnects at least. So, what happens with the TTS is it's actually sent to Google Cloud, and the TTS is actually done there. So there could be a delay depending on lots of different things. I'll just make sure I can see those again. Yeah, let's do the squats then. So, You can't just exercise your brain, right? You need to keep the body going too, otherwise we'll just say stop. I don't know good. There.
Hello, by the way.
Hello. We'll do them slower. Harder to do it slow. And also my shoulder is not good today either. So I'll try to not exercise my shoulder. That's why I removed the push-ups. Try to rest the shoulder. So how are you today, Gaku? Everything good, I hope? My god, food in the teeth, alright? So it's not very warm here yet, though it's about 29 Celsius. Yeah, I was thinking of taking a bit of a jog or run today, but with my shoulder being this, nah, I can't do that, but I can take a walk later, we'll see. We'll see. Right, so before we get started more, I'll go check on my kid because he's cold, okay? So I'll be right back. So I'll just go get him some pancakes. So I'll microwave them, meaning like 4 minutes or something. I'll be right back. There, sorry. Ah. So, now we have something else to do, you know? So, let's just echo it first. Or should we do several steps at once? Well, I'm the kind of person who does several steps, right? Let's do a test. I don't know if let's do a PHP experiment. Since I'm not used to PHP, what happens if I do an equal thing, setting a value of something in an echo, right? Echo is like just printing, right? So I'm not really comfy with things that are not real functions, and echo is just like a statement. We'll see. So right, what we want to do is to do with the cookie. We want to do something to it, right? And the first step is, of course, to yeah. Here we base64 encode it. Now we're going the other way. So I'm assuming decode. So let's copy the other direction thing here, right? Yeah, so the cookie is the base64 decoded, then the XOR encrypt, and then the JSON decode. So let's do it all
Maham
too.
Bahi says I couldn't find your Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. Or rather, I think I created one long ago to be able to watch sometimes when someone do. So I don't have an Instagram. Should I have one? Maybe I should make one. I'm kind of thinking Instagram is very old, but maybe it's not. Do people really use it? I can make one. So we're just going to cut this bit, right? And we're going to put it here. And then we're going to do, alright. So this is me not being used to PHP. We had to $cookie. Right, so the next step, there will be 2 more steps here. Is to do the XOR encrypt, which is not really encrypt, but this time it is decrypt. But XOR, it goes like back and forth every time you do it. So it will be encrypted, decrypted. It's the same function. So, and then we do. Right. So we do need the true there. So let's actually comment true. So we don't forget
Maham
it.
Bahi says I want you to teach me.
What do you want to learn? Yeah, so let's see what things we're going to do now. I think that. Well, it's not too far from the truth. So let's just see what happens when we do this, right? If it can handle this kind of expression is the first test. We also need to add BRs. We need to add HTML code for a new line, otherwise it will just be a jumbled mess. And apparently we use dot with echo to make another. This is like a plus sign in this. So we say we want you to add this. We want you to add this in all of them, right? So yeah. This in VS Code we have to save, which is nice. So I used to press Ctrl S all the time in Obsidian 2, but it saves automatically. So I kinda somehow I'm not always pressing Ctrl S anymore. Also, if you try Ctrl S in StreamerBot code, then you will get a special character. This is very funny to me. I'm sorry. Not very funny, I guess, but... So, we should have added a few line breaks before that, too. This looks really messy. Really messy. Yeah, so... let's see. Well, I'm experimenting and learning PHP at the same time, or relearning, whatever you want to call it. I made a web shop in PHP in 2008, I think, so that's a long time ago. Yeah, let's make this easier for us and for the thing. And let's remove the echoes here. And this is definitely messy with this here too. So let's make it simple, because this might have been thought to be what was supposed to be added to, right? So first I'm going to actually add just, let's do BR here too, and then we write them afterwards instead. And just for structure. So this is a new bit here. We could comment this one out, but oh my god, it's sweaty in here. So we could do this in one step too. Yeah, let's actually do that too, just to compare so that the output is the same. Let's copy, and since this is a different name, it doesn't matter if it's...
Maham Bahi says, when you finish the work, I will talk to you.
So when I finish this, I will probably do something with my kids. It's his summer break. So if you want to talk, just talk now. I can multitask. So instead of having the cookie array bit, well, yeah, I see it as an array because it kind of is, right? This is, where is it? Here. It's getting the data bit, the data cookie, which is a string. It should be the same to just put this in here, right? And we should get another warning for printing an array here, and this should really be the same. We just did it in steps instead. And this is just a hard-coded thing since we changed the cookie here. So this is just for testing. It doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. I'll just add. Actually, let's move this one up here so it's clearer. And let's put one here too. There. And let's tab over here and update it. So we got another error. So it's still complaining about line 86. And obviously I did something more bad here. Oh, look. We have a red line. We have a parenthesis too little. Of course, that breaks it all. But why? What did
Maham
I not
Bahi says,
copy?
when you finish your work, I will talk to you.
So that is for that one. Okay, so I deleted one parenthesis too much here. Yeah. No? This one doesn't need. This needs one. Oh my god, sorry for that. Oh right, we need to URL decode this one too. Let's just do it for it. And that's probably nice that I saw that, because this also has the same problem. So when we look at this here, we can see the URL decoded version here, that the %3D is just an equal sign. And I don't think there's anything else in there, because it's just supposed to be filling on the end to make it the right length. Yes, I'm just checking chat. I think that it just worked, but you never know. Chat was funny yesterday. So, let's see. No? So, something is very wrong. My god, that's so annoying. I tabbed to the VM instead of this. Now I can tab back and forth. So, something I did is bad. So, the first thing to do is to comment. First I'm checking semicolons and stuff. And we still have a red here, meaning something I did here is not okay. So I don't think I added anything but this. So if we just comment this line, will it work? I don't think so. But we're debugging now. So it's obviously there that the problem is, right? Yeah. So let's look at it again. So we JSON decode, and this is supposed to be connected with the last purple parenthesis. This parenthesis is supposed to be connected. So of course there's supposed to be two here. Didn't I add it just now? Oh, when I deleted the space, it deleted the parenthesis. This is when I don't like too smart editors. Because I wanted to delete the space, and I didn't want to delete the parentheses too. Very annoying. And why even delete that parenthesis? So, well, yeah, I was going to just echo this, and I didn't, and then of course it doesn't print it, which is very smart to do. And Control S it, nothing. Okay, so let's put it in a variable first then, and then let's print the variable, or rather echo it. Yeah, so it suggests here that we use this, which I won't, because I want it to print the whole array. But it is an array, which is supposed to be. And we'll get a warning for doing it, but I just... maybe we should print the different... We know the name of them, right? So we could print them. So let's So there's supposed to be a show password here. Well, let's try it. Right, so what I'm doing, I just realized something. I'm using the bad decrypt, so we can't really decrypt it. So that's the problem. So let's just comment these out, because this is not really anything you can do yet. What we need to do is to find the... So far it is correct, you know? This. Then we will XOR. We need to XOR with something else. Right. So let's actually get the code for the XOR here. And let's make a copy. So I don't know how strict PHP is about putting functions in the middle of code. And we don't have to. We can just put the code here too. We don't have to make it a function. So XOR is XOR. So we don't need the out text either. Well, we need a variable. We can call it out text. But we will echo it instead of returning it. Oh my.
Mahamd Bahi says, I sent you a message on Instagram. Accept my invitation.
But I don't use Instagram. I told you. I don't know if I can even have a password or anything there. So I might have created an account 20 years ago, you know? Did you join the Discord? That's where you're supposed to chat with me, on the Discord. So, iterate through each character. So this is what we don't know. What? Right, so... Right. Yes, we know what this is. We know what this is. It is supposed to be this. It's supposed to be this. Copy. So, what do we do with this? My data. Here we just set it. Oh my. If there is a cookie. Otherwise we'll leave it be. And then, after the load data, then it does the thing, and then it does the save data, and save data does this. So before it is run in the XOR, it is JSON encode. So let's copy one line at a time. Where did I put it? here. So there, and then we have, my god, this here is where we set the cookie. So this is what is done to make the cookie. Oh my god, these things annoys me that it pops up the extra text. And this is to make the array. So if we put this in this, I think I did the kind of this yesterday. If I delete now, it will remove both characters, right? Yeah, so I just moved in. The space wasn't really there for some reason. Arrowing made it disappear. So we don't want to run the encrypt on this. We just want to have this bit. This is like very odd. I would like to know exactly what the JSON encode looks like, you know? So let's just go up and go through it once more. So, first, the data is, I think this line I deleted, and I put it here. So this is, where is it? Load data. Where is the data for that? Load data. Yeah, I put it in here. That's where I put it. It was outside before. Yeah. So it gets, load data is run first. And it puts this array into made it. And if we don't have a cookie, it's not updated. And if we have a cookie, it is the cookie is base64 decoded. Yeah, so the cookie is supposed to be base64 decoded, and the temp data, no, not the temp data, the my data is supposed to be just JSON encoded. Does it ever use it? Yeah, there it is. Right? So JSON encoded and base64 decoded will give it what's sent to the XR. So my god, too many lines here. Oh, and these are so annoying. That's the bad thing with having the logic there. Yeah, I know I don't have a semicolon. Should we put one just to make it happy? So the cookie here, we can echo the cookie, and then if we base decode the cookie, we have it at a certain state. If we want to put the, oh my god, yeah, I guess that someone would like this, but I don't really. Oh, this is also annoying. I'm just typing anything to get rid of it. Okay, I don't like it. Can it please stop? Or I'll go to a text editor. So what I want to do now is to, let's call it temp then, equals, so, let's actually keep this as a comment, as a full one. And then we don't want to do the encrypt bit here. We can't do it. So, right number of parentheses. So we have the cookie decoded is this, and the array JSON encoded. Well, let's echo that too. Right. So as I'm learning the echo, how it works here, we need to actually add what it is first, right? So cookie base 64 decoded, right? And then we can do the same here. Default. Okay, I can't spell default. Default array JSON encoded.
Maham Bahi says I love you so much because you will help me.
Well, I help everyone if I can. If I can't, I can't. If I can, yeah, I'll do it. I'll help you. But you'll have to ask questions or I can't answer them. Though I'm kinda focusing a bit for this because as I said, it's a long time since I used PHP. So I have to relearn the syntax. Yeah, and then we'll set the key as the term and try this and see what happens. The hardest thing here is to remember how I type the dollar character. So, and then we echo the alt text, and we don't echo anything else. We will see what we get, and then we can continue from there. So I'm saving it, and we're updating, and we get so I would like to suppress warnings and notices. Let's look into this because it's time. Yeah, there's also the alternative to actually fix the problems, which is better in one way. So I'll think a bit more on it. So there's too much output now, right? So let's go over you're required to use all this update default method getting this warning, most likely misspelled the time zone. Yeah, we're not using any time zone at all. Well, the array string conversion is on purpose. We don't get any output though. Yes, I feel that my PHP knowledge needs an update here. Right, so just as yesterday we installed the PHP server on this machine, now I need to learn how to fix these things. And I actually think error messages, that's what I think ChatGPT excels at, so let's go for it, and let's put the, not the array one, but this one. So, I don't use time zones. Well, we should send it line 63 too, I guess. Yeah, but we're solving it. Okay. So PHP ini file. Okay. So it's not anything to be set in the PHP code. It's supposed to be in the... So I can use this too. Great, great. So let's look in the ini file. So let's see here. There's a menu. Oh. And that was the same as the right one. I didn't even see the menu there. Their own standard for how GUIs work, right? So PHP ini. So this is why it complains all the time. Time zone. Date of time zone. So time zone for Sweden. One word now, not 3 pages, right? What do you think? Okay, okay. So date of time zone doesn't have to be one of those. It can be this. Sure? There. Funny how this one is kind of gray. And why did it run Notepad++? Well, I'm not a fan of it. Because of font problems. Well, we save it, we close it, we reload it. Will we get feedback? We just test the page. So, one warning gone. So now we have the correct notice that we're using this. Do we want a notice? Because we're learning or relearning PHP, it might be good. But also it's ugly. So, let's just get back to this one. I'm going to minimize it by doing that. So, I'm just reading it quickly. Okay, so there's a print an array using print R. We can use var dump too. Okay. Yeah, we're learning PHP. Good. So let's go back and do print R instead. and I think it actually used parentheses, which makes me happy. So we're not supposed to use this. And we know that the error is from line 63, where we echo an array. Definitely, and on purpose. So I'm actually making a copy of this line, so we know what changes we made and what we did have from the start. And then we're going to replace this one with the print R. So this is not the quickest way to the solution. Let's see, can it handle adding this? Because this is how we concatenate strings, is it? And this is not really a string though. That's why I'm thinking maybe this will fail. We'll see what it says, right? Testing to learn. So we have totally the same thing, right? Because it's still trying to convert it to a string since we have this. And now I'm just arrowing down and the space disappears. Why? So I'm just going to add the BR here instead. And then we save it and we update this and the warning is gone. Nice. So let's just compare here. Okay, so the JSON encode does the same thing. This is really what I've been after. I didn't know what the JSON encode did really. So I need to look at JSON encode. So returns a string containing the JSON representation of the supplied value. If the parameter is an array or object, it will be serialized recursively. And this is exactly what I needed to know yesterday. So why didn't I search for this yesterday? That's a good question. Did I do it? I think I kind of shortly might have. No, it was the just to know the true false at the end of the D code to make it an array, right? And this, the N code doesn't have that. So let's just make sure I don't have anything like that at the end of mine. Here we have that odd space again. So if I delete this, it didn't delete too much. Good. When editors start deleting characters for you, that's not nice. Yeah. So very nice. Now I know exactly what JSON encode does. And I am assuming then that the opposite, yeah, let's actually put the output in there. So let's see here. This does this. And with the key being censored. So with key censored, right? I didn't split this up as I did this, and I was thinking about doing it, and that's what I should have done really, because then I would have seen this earlier. Very, very nice. So JSON encode just makes a string. Love it. And that's why we can print that one. Because of the error messages, I thought that was the print of this array, okay? So thanks to us actually fixing the error message and the warning now too, I can see what it actually outputs after what. Instead of just being like, it didn't output anything before for the array. And now it did. So I thought that this was the output of the array. But now we can see that it has a JSON format and this does not. So it's very nice. We can see the steps now. So let's put this. This is a learning note now. It's not just coding to get something done, you know, it's learning. So after the yes here, also this is no, I don't want anything there. I just want space. So this also doesn't need a dot or these. But we can take the line from there and get it up here too. So yeah. So I was going to copy this and put it after the first line here. So this print R print more info. Smarter. Can handle race. And I'm kind of assuming that it can handle more complex data types too, right? It will probably say object if you print object, right? We should do that. Although we don't have any objects, and I haven't made any, so I don't know really. We'll see. And then this one. Prints it in JSON format, and this is what it actually uses then to encode it. So this is the string. The array converted to JSON format. This is an actual string. And what is used for encryption there. And I'm saying encryption because XOR is not encryption. We have a key. Well, I think it will kind of become clear in 2 seconds why it's not encryption. So now I know more. This is good. This is a value that we really. This is what we need to like use. This is what we need to use. Let's also make one for no, right? So instead of the yes, let's finish it first. Let's make the last comment here too. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to, yeah, all the steps here. So this is what's printed after the XOR. That much I already knew, but I didn't like count the lines. And that's nice, we get all of them, right? Even the ones that were not visible. I didn't expect us to get all of them. So I'm amazed at the capability here of Firefox to being able to copy what we can't see. It's nice. So, just to make sure we really got the last one. And then we automatically got the next one, and let's split these up so we can see the steps. This one is the old one. This only prints a warning, a notice about us trying to make print an array. It does not print anything, which I thought it did. Notice doesn't sound like, oh, I didn't work. It sounds like, oh, do you know that you actually is not supposed to do this really? But here you go. Sounds like that. And it wasn't, so. So there. No, I don't want to write that. So. The result after XOR with the key censored, right? And this is just base 64 of the same. Well, let's do the same because arrow up is XOR now in this, definitely. And that was new to me too. That we could do this in PHP. It's nice. But it was obvious from the rest of the code. Right, so that was kind of stupid because I commented the one that I'm going to change. No, I didn't. Two of these made me think I was in the wrong place. So now we're going to do the same, but no. So here is what we got here, which is kind of interesting to keep. And now we're going to do no here. And this should be the same as up here. So just confirming with running this as this, saving and updating. And now we have this output here. Right. Well, Not really right, but still. So yeah, as we can see, this one is the same as this, meaning I didn't fix it all the way. Here. And this one too. Right? So now we can. I haven't done on the next one, on the previous one, to be able to see the full command growing. And that was smarter than the other one I did. Yeah, and now this one is equal as this one, confirming. So we can delete this line. Confirming that it's actually the same line though, so it's not like the other one. So let's actually do so we have no, we have yes. And the next one yeah, so here is where I started adding information for it. Maybe we should have it in a new line so we can more easily see what is the actual strings. So this is the cookie. So let's make a header for this one too. Yeah, I thought so. So the editor is kind of half smart. So it still says yes. Cookie. Well, I will never look at anyway. Let's just see what this looks like. So here we can see so the array really looks like this when it's printed. It really has we could do pre here. This one. Yeah, that's interesting. This looks ugly. Very ugly. Not that we care about how this looks, because it's not what we're going to look at, right? We're looking at this. Yeah, I like this. Me like. Right, so I didn't save the output for the comments. For this. So the Excel results. Now we know it's actually there. It's just you can't see it if we don't click this. Oh, I clicked the wrong. Okay. I wanted to just view the page source. And try to read it instead. Kupa Alpha. Let's just... or rather, I'll copy them both again, as I did last time. The results, and what? So when I just cut this and I go back, I must have clicked something wrong, because that's the same thing as I did. So okay, we missed one of those here for some reason. Well, Sin gives can cool to see the characters here. Code is nice. You can see them. And here we have these extra spaces. I don't understand why we have this extra space. If I just select it and delete, it must be able to delete it, instead of deleting something around there. I don't want to break it. There. So,
Mahamd Bahi says, how much time is left until you complete your work?
when I stop streaming, I will do other things. So I won't be online anymore. I will play with my kid or something. So if you want to ask something, you can do it now. Okay? So you're welcome to. I'm not like working. I'm just learning things. You're welcome to join in and learn things, even if it's not the same things I learn. You know. If there's something I know that you don't know, we can answer. If I don't know, we can research together. So I'm starting to like this. Oh well, we don't want to suggest things. So now it's time to actually get something useful out of this. So we're going to do. We wrote this one. Right. So this is a cookie, and this is the. So what I'm going to do is to XOR these two. That's why I put the code there. But we still have this one here. So let's fix this first. We want to be able to write. I don't know why we would want to, but we want to, and we know now how to do it. If I remember it, print R. So to print an array, to get rid of that last error, right? We do print R. Oh my. Oh, there. So now we can print an array. Why would it be an array? What did I make for it before? Because I'm thinking it should be a string, right? So let's see. Key is temp. Temp is JSON encoded the array. JSON encoded array. We need to print this. And it is here. And what does it look like? It looks like crap, right? Let's add the comments in here. We haven't added what actually the output is. So the output of the cookie is of course the cookie, because we just entered it here. So save F5. Undefined variable. Oh, 116 was another error. An error actually means notice then, and I've learned something. So 116. I'm using a variable that's not defined. the text. Yes. So we need the text too. So that's why it stops executing, and that's why it fails to get any useful thing, because we didn't set this. Cookie. And I keep forgetting to add the dollar, which is kind of annoying, to be honest. Couldn't you just use variable names like that? Why do you have to make it so complicated? Because I have to press Alt GR4 for typing dollar. That's why it's complicated. Let's see here. I'll check. I had a message. I'll check it later. So there. So okay, this looks cooler, right? We have something in text. Because our error, we couldn't, and I thought it was an array printing error, because I didn't think it was an error because of said notice. So I thought it would still, from the notices, I thought it would still print stuff, and it didn't, right? And also I forgot to change the variable name. So now we just set it to it instead. Well, what do you think? I know what I think. So this repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. What do we know that repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats? I think you know, right? So we copy this, but first let's do what I was supposed to do here. So first, copy this one time, so we don't stop doing this just because we finished or something. Echo cookie, and this gives, of course, the cookie. We don't have to comment that. And then we have, well, now I think it's too much information here, just because I've made it so organized. So default cookie-based base64 decoded. It is just random crap, so to speak. And then we have default array JSON encoded. Yeah, so we're comparing the crap stuff with what we know that it is. We know that it is this. That's why we're comparing them or XORing them. We know that this is this. And since XOR is like 3 states, let's draw it. So I want a pen. So here we have A, B, C in clear text, and we have, and then between, to make this from this, we have a key. And between, if we add these two together, this one plus this one makes this one. This one plus this one makes this one. And this one plus this one makes this one. It's kind of funny because it's just ones and zeros. So if you have there's definitely a nice image on the internet, so I don't have to draw anymore because this is not pretty. That's not pretty. Let's XR image, right? Come on, that's not helpful. And this is how it looks in Logic or in electronics. Well, let's, if we click this twice, we'll probably get a better version of it. Come on. Seriously. Okay. So this is XR. You can see that if you have 0 and 0, you get 0. If you have 0 and 1, you get 1. And if we think the other way here, if we have 0 and 0, we get 0. If we have 1 and 1, we get 0. If 1 and 1, 0. 1 and 0, 1. 1 and 0, 1. 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 0. So you see they are all... did I actually start my screenshot program? No. Also, I wanted... it wasn't as good. I didn't find a good image. Seriously. Don't we usually find good images? Here's a better one. This is best. Okay? So I don't have to turn off my dark mode. I would have preferred it to be inverted, but we can just we can fix that. So where did I put the image program? Yeah. So I'm sure there's an invert stuff here. Come on, I want to invert it. Distort. It would have been faster to make my own, right? Well, let's see it as learning. I wanted to invert the colors. Color. Okay, I don't have an invert that I know of. Okay, well. Well, we can have a white image. It's okay. Let's put it in the notes. To explain XR. Right, so I can't paste images here, but I can paste images here. So, since how XR works, since we know what is encoded, I'll keep doing this, and have the cookie, we can get cookie. So I think I will change the name. I started to make one called 11 something PHP, but then it looked odd because I made it in here, you know, in Obsidian. So I made a test one here and I deleted the other one. So we'll have to rename it. Because I want this in the notes, of course. Our nice output. Is this... I should make this... If I want it in the notes, I should make it prettier, right? Like... ABC. key. It's kind of ugly still. Yeah, let's do shapes. There's arrows here, right? I think so. Come on. I don't want that tooltip thingy, it's in the way. Arrow. So if we have these two, I can't even set the angle for it. Okay. So if we have these, we can get this one. If we have these, we can get this one. And if we have these two, we can get this one. Is that very messy? Yes, I guess. Let's make it tiny more text here. ABC. Key. I don't want to do plus. Well, let's do plus then. Plus key equals key plus ABC plus ABC. So is that clear? Right? So let's so no. So I don't have my program for cut and paste share itself, so I'll just open it. And oh no. Clicked the wrong thing when I'm trying to get the chat back up. So let's do that later. So this was really the best knowledge that I learned here. That this just makes a string, JSON string out. Because in my head, JSON in code could mean that it makes an object, JSON object. That's what I thought first. And when I knew it's a string, then it's like, oh, okay. Because I thought it was making a JSON object, you know? Not a string. That's more like JSON decode. So it's what they mean in PHP specifically. Right, learning how the print art. Let's try the Vardam too later. Later meaning kind of now. And of course we need to get the password, but that's the least important thing. So now I can use F4 to screenshot stuff. So we're going to get those tiny images here. Well, let's zoom out a bit because it's kind of tiny still. So that's my tiny explanation. Actually, let's move it after this. And then we want a link to. We're going to have to rename this one now. We'll finish testing first, so I don't have to change the name in the browser too. So after this, there's a next step. It is to make a copy of XOR encrypt that is correct. Correct key. And we're going to copy. Didn't I paste all those things? No, I didn't. We need to make the comment here too. So, copy this. And we don't need the whole thing. It just repeats. But let's start from the start or it won't work. So, as you can see, it repeats and repeats infinite there. So we just need this bit because we have the mod and the function. Otherwise we would have had to have a longer one than the longest possible. Oh, so this is the one with the correct key. So let's delete the censored. And let's put this one in. And because we don't want to change our output for the previous steps here, we want it to work. You know, these. If we were to change it, it would break it or fix it, depending on what you mean. And then we want to run the. So why does it think I would want that? If it really would have been smart, it would have known that we wanted to run this. Since we just made it, right? So, right, so we really don't need to paste it here though. Because
Zerziax says, OverTheWire, huh? You absolute bandit, you smile, smile.
yeah, the bandit didn't work. Unfortunately, after a few ones, it didn't work anymore. So, I hopped to this one. But it's fun. Especially since I'm relearning PHP. So this was just old stuff. So, we have a new one here. So have you done it? Over the wire? So I'm currently yesterday I installed a PHP server on my machine so that I can play with the PHP.
I did Bandit, and a little bit of Natas.
Oh, cool.
I forget what else they do.
Yeah. So, I don't remember what number of, I can look, let's see. Number 16 of Bandit didn't work, and I checked with walkthroughs that when they did the thing, I didn't do the wrong thing, it just didn't work, you know. So I'm assuming that they'll update it in some time, and maybe I'll have to start from the start, but if it works, I'm happy. So I've just, written down how, you know, explaining XOR. Since we didn't have the key, but we had both the, as they called it, encrypted and unencrypted. we could get the key. So now I'm just going to, actually, we have the key now, so we're going to run it and get the password. Let's see here. Or rather, we're going to give it a cookie that says that it's supposed to give us.
Huh? For some reason I thought there was only 10 bandits. Wonder if they've been adding new ones lately.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, though. When I search for this, for the walkthroughs to check it, I think that's somewhere 3 years old, for the 16th at least. So I don't think it's really new like that. So I need to think a tiny bit here. Let's see. I'll just go back up to the code to where we actually make the cookie. Let's see, set cookie data. So this is what we need.
Maham Bahi says accept my invitation on Instagram.
Yeah, but I don't have Instagram. I've already told you. So I don't have Instagram. Sorry. So I'm pasting here the base64 encode, and then we're going to use another name for the encrypt function here, because I made a copy of it with the actual key, not just censored. So you can see censored, and then encode, and then we will have instead of this, yes, it thinks I just installed the PHP stuff into code, and it suggests code, which is kind of funny. It's almost correct. It's almost correct. Part of it is correct. That is a bit funny. Let's see. So there. So I'm going to paste the correct contents of the array here. There. Yeah, so there were 2 array now. That's I copied more than I thought. We have 1 parenthesis too much there. So array, and then we JSON encode it. And this was the biggest problem for me in this one. The JSON encode doesn't make a JSON object. It makes a string. So I had to learn this in PHP here now. And then XOR encrypt. Oh god, I spelled correct key wrong. I have to fix the function here. We can't have that in the note later, can we? So we'll see if I did everything correct. And of course we need to echo this. So, and we need to make a comment here with what it echoes. So we're going to run it now and see. That's the wrong one. Firefox F5. Oh, we need to put a little DR here. Oh my goodness. I have lots of mouse over pop-ups in the code, which is kind of annoying. There, dot to BR, adding 2 BRs to before printing the key, or the new cookie. We're making a new cookie. We're baking cookies. So let's see. The cookie is this, and the new cookie here is this, and this one, it's kinda easy to see here that some of it is the same as the old cookie and some of it is different. And the change is that the old one was no, and the new one is yes. And the newer one also is one character longer in the base64 string, because there's an equals on the old one. So I'm talking more than I might usually. Cerciax. So let's see. Let's hop to the VM, to this page, and actually hop to verb. And let's see. I haven't done anything on the page, but I've been looking at the PHP stuff. So I think this is the actual only one we sent. And we sent 3 requests before. So I'm sending this one to repeater now. And I'm going to update the cookie before I send it. There. So then we send this now. We have the password for Natus12. So let's, first of all, we're going to change the name of the file so it looks good in the notes. Notes is the most important thing now, the knowledge is the most important. Also, I want it to be here in the text. So I'm going to rename the file here. Common folders and stuff there. Let's rename this one to 11.php. Rename 11. There. And we're going to go to notes, and I'm going to make a link here for this file. Let's see, can I make a link for a file that is not a PHP? Let's see, no much found, so it can't really make this link. Let's see, if I click it, nothing. Yeah, so it can't really do this. I'll just put the name there. The code is in 11.php. Then we're going to put the request we sent. We make a new request containing our new key. And we're going to add the request. So let's copy it. I think I'll right click because I've had problems with it copying. Sometimes it doesn't do it very well. Right, so I shouldn't have done SH on this one. I should have done HTTP. Colors nicer. There, it's all green and nice. There, and we got the reply with the new password. There. So I typed less on the other ones, but well, maybe I should. We'll see how it looks with HTTP as a type. Let's copy the reply. Let's see if, yeah. So here, the password for Natus12 is, and then we have the new line there. So let's just copy this bit and put it there. Let me just copy the password, make a new file, new note 12. Put the password and start with a new one. So let's see what time is it. 15:23. Because I was thinking of doing something else when I finished this one. Actually. So I don't have much time left though, because my kid will want to do stuff with me today too. Maybe let's just look at number 12 first, and we'll see. Maybe it's one of the quick ones, or if it's not, we'll just continue next time. Most of them was, this was the longest one, since I had to install PHP and everything. I didn't have to, but I wanted to, because it's nice to have it, to just be able to run the functions that you see, to run the code. Oh my god, sorry. So needus 12. Password. Sign in. Shows a JPEG to upload, max 1K. And we can view the source here too. So first of all, I'm going to make a screenshot of this for the notes. So, selecting the page, and then I'm just pasting it in the notes. So, and then we're going to look at the view source code. And we're going to copy all of it. And I'm going back to notes, going to paste it here. And this is, of course, HTML with PHP, so I'm setting the type to PHP so it is colored correctly. And then we can look at it. So, this first bit we can ignore because it's just the page stuff. So, we have a function called gen random string, length 10, and characters, what characters it should contain, letters and numbers, string that is empty, and then it does empty underscore rand, 0 string length of characters minus 1, and take that character with that number and put it in the string. Plus equals is also dot equals in PHP. Well, I could have expected that, but now I've seen it, so I know it. If I remember it, it's another thing. And this will loop from 0 to the length. And the length is 10. That's the string length we want to random string. Okay. Very basic thing, and then make random path. So it uses the gen random string to generate a random path and adds the extension and the directory that was supplied in the make random path function. Supply the directory and an extension, and then make random path from file name. And this, let's see, it uses the make random path with its own parameter directory, and fn, which is, we don't know what fn file name probably, right? So extension okay equals path info of this, path info extension. Okay. Yeah, it finds out what extension the file has there. If array exists, file name, post. Okay, so if file name exists in the posted stuff. Target path is make random path from file name, upload. Okay, so upload is the directory name where it will create the random file names, and it supplies the name of the file there. If file size files, upload file TMP name. I'll just check a bit more up here. Did we have anything like that? Files. So files is something I haven't seen before, but I'm assuming that it is files. Something built into PHP here. $_files. Let's Google it. because apparently it has upload file TMP name. And it checks the size of it there, so I'm curious to know more about this. Looking at the manual for files. HTTP file upload variables is in this one. An associative array of items uploaded to the current script via a HTTP post method. The structure of this array is outlined in posts method uploads. Note, this is super global. Now there is a move uploaded file function. Let's just see, I opened a new tab here. Yeah, that's a new page. It's not part of this page. User contributed notes. Okay, I didn't know that existed here. Let's go look at method uploads. Both method uploads. This feature lets people upload both text and binary files with PHP's authentication and file manipulation functions. You have full control over who is allowed to upload and what is to be done with the file once it's uploaded. PHP is capable of receiving file uploads from any RFC 1867 compliant browser. See also there's some other functions. Also supports put method. So where can I see a list? Here is a list. Global files. $_files will contain all the uploaded file information. It contains, for example, form if as follows. So there is a user file name, user file type, user file size, user file temp name, user file error, and user file full path. There's also an example here. Where to send use move uploaded file with files user file temp name, comma, the new name. Okie dokie. That's interesting. So let's look back at the code here. So we know the temp name, which was also obvious, right? But it checks the file size of this file and sees if it is more than 1,000. And then it says it's too big. And otherwise, it will move uploaded file to target path. And target path is the
Superimposer
randomly
says,
generated file name.
Hi Sophia, how is it today? Did you finish the OverTheWire server? Less than 3.
Yeah, welcome back, welcome in. So yeah, so I finished it. Let's see, you can see at the let's see. The thing that confused me a bit yesterday was the JSON encode. So I outputted the output of all of them, and then I could see that JSON encode. I was kind of thinking it made an object, JSON object, you know, and that made actually a string. And also then we can of course use the string that it made and the crazy XORed non-printable string that we got by Base64 decoding the cookie and get the key from there. So yeah, so the JSON JSON encode that it makes a string. That's very nice, but yeah. It just made the string. I started with fixing the errors. The error with the warning about the locale of the machine, the time zone. And then I noticed that we actually didn't get any output from the warnings. What did they call them? It wasn't warning, notice. So notice, for me, notice sounds like it's here, look at this. Now I'm continuing. I will still execute your code. Just notice. This is a notice you should look at. But it didn't actually give me any output there. So, well. So we finished that one. But I also looked carefully at all the PHP and learned a bit more about PHP. So now I just learned about the file too. We can the upload files here. So of course it hopped to the start. Let's see, where was I reading? So yeah, the target path there, and it makes this random directory name up here, random string, in the upload directory. Here's the name of the directory. So we will just here remove the file from the temporary name to the new generated name. The random path. The file has been uploaded, and there was an error uploading the file. We haven't even tested it yet, this one, we just started it. Then it's just form 2 for the upload.
PHP I have basic knowledge, just the right amount to start and manage an Apache server, but in JavaScript. Oh. JavaScript I am not even at the beginning level with it, ha ha ha.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, all programming is kind of the same. It's just that I have to remember the syntax and like special variables and stuff. So this one, I just learned here that they have a variable name, and then they have dot equals. And I know that they concatenate strings with dot when you print them out, because I added like BRs in the end of variable names when I outputted them before here. So now I can see that dot equals, they will just add to the current string, is like plus equals. So those are the kind of things that I need to like remember for PHP. Otherwise it's just programming is programming, you know. And they all melt together to one big thing. So we have a hidden max file size. Why is this one here? Because we will check it here. So this is the logic. I'm assuming this does not do anything. File name, value, PHP print gen random string, JPG.
Exactly, that is my problem, melting together all the syntax and write C++ into Python.
Yeah, that's funny, because now I was doing C++ for the copy program, and then I hop back to Python and I have to remember not to put semicolons, you know? So when you hop between the languages, you have to like remember the specific syntax again. But it's kind of quick, and you will do it kind of quickly. So it was fun to start looking at PHP again yesterday. I made a web shop in 2008, so I haven't really used it a lot lately. Input type hidden, file name. Yeah, so this is value. So does it use the file name one? So I have to have to check up here. File name. If array key exists, file name. So it doesn't check it what the value is. Yeah, here it is, file name. Yes, it actually.
Taco Truck Rush says,
Okay.
hello and good morning.
Welcome in and good morning. Yeah, so this one uses the same function then. 2 hours 36 minutes. Okay. Okay. So let's see, where else was this gen random string? Let's just select it. This is a nice functionality, you know. So both the path and the file name is generated by the gen random string. But this one, no. So it uses PHP code here. So we should see this in our, let's look at it. So then we would know the file name already here, what our file will be uploaded as. So
Superimposer says,
Not to mention, C++io have to declare every single variable value, you don't have the integer but only floating point, and is like I'd walk a lifetime with Rails, and now I can roll around like a ball, if you get what I mean.
Oh, I kinda like when you have to be explicit about variables. Cause then you don't make mistakes by mistake. Like, though actually in the PHP here I got an error that this variable does not exist. That's nice, that's what I want, you know. I don't want it to just, oh, this is a new variable, let's create one. Just whenever. I like it when you have to be, it's less risk of errors.
I mean
Yeah.
C++, you know what you are declaring. Python, you get what happened to be on the moment.
Yeah. So we already know here. We don't know what the directory name will be. We know what the file name will be. We'll see if that matters. I'm just starting to look at it. But we can see, I saw in the code that it generated a random string here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 10 characters.
PHP is more like C++ if I recall it correctly, isn't it?
Yeah, anyway, we got these errors that I had to deal with, so it seems like it. If I just create a variable in there, if I try to like echo something that doesn't exist, it will say, "Hello there, this doesn't exist." Maybe that would even something else wouldn't. So why am I looking at this one here? Well, I guess it's okay. So I was actually looking at it in here, right? In OBS. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's see now. Yeah, so I just read this bit here with PHP. It generates a random string for the file name too. Shows a JPEG to upload max 1K.
Is this code on your GitHub already? Can I give it a look?
I can fix it. Let's fix it. So let's just open a PowerShell. So cd colon.
Don't worry, I was just curious.
It takes 2 seconds. So git status.
Okay,
right.
less than 3.
Yeah, I've split it into two. Well, that was not very optimal, right, was it? Kinda a lot of new stuff, but it's only tiny things. So... My god.
Taco Truck Rush says, looking for a job in cyber, what country are you in?
I'm in Sweden. So, but I can do remote too if I have to, but I would love to have something where I can, do both. But I'm totally okay with remote stuff too. So updates, so what on earth do you say before? Let's do a capital U, I think I usually do. So, last time it complained that I had the
Fixerbot
key,
says,
right? So I had to...
New follower Taco Truck Rush.
So I had
Less
to
than 3.
tell it not to. So, there you go. So you have a new update with the latest notes. So it's just public Obsidian. Right. I didn't make anything about installing I should make notes about this. Because we tested another web server that you can run locally, and it was not at all this good. And this one was much better, and also it uses Nginx. The other one used Apache, and I felt it's a bit old-fashioned, right? Now this one was smoother, and you have better settings. And the other one, you couldn't even see all the buttons because of menu was so big that it overlapped into another line, and it didn't count for that, so we couldn't see all the buttons. There are quirks, the menu is like this will minimize it. It's good, and it all seems to work fine. And also I could very quickly find the INAV file here, so I was just going, menu then, and PHP, and then I did PHP INI. I edited it to add the time zone, and worked. I did the restart. I'll reload first. So that was very nice. I'm liking it. So I should make some notes on that. But not right now. Let's just read the rest of this thingy. And if you have any jobs... So input name, upload file name, type file. Yeah. So these are the ones that you can see. Oh.
Maham Bahi says how much time left.
Yeah, but as I've told you, Mohammed Bahi, that after I stop streaming, if you can ask me questions while I'm streaming, but when I stop streaming, then I'm going to spend time with my kid. Okay? Because it's his summer vacation, summer break from school. So we're going to do something fun in just a bit. So if you have anything you want to talk about, you can do it on stream. It's okay. That's why I'm streaming and not... I could do this by myself. But that's much more fun and nice, and
Superimposer
each other
says,
learn stuff.
In the end, we are all looking for a job.
Yeah, I guess so. Right, and then we have the link. So we read it all, and I understood it all, which is nice. And I learned about the file. This, and we read about it here. About all the different user file name, type, size, template, error, yeah, so I'm thinking of course, I'm kinda assuming we should like upload a web shell to this and look, or we should just get information from the file upload. Since this is really on the internet, you know, I would just have gone for uploading a reverse shell. But this is a real internet server. So I'm like, what do I dare to do? What do I dare to do? So I have image files ready to upload, but not specifically for this. Are we supposed to upload an actual image? There will be no use, right? We can do a test one. I'm assuming there will be a lot of them. There will be like, how many alternatives can you make from 10 random, all the letters, all the, you know, there will be so many, and the directory name has the same. But we could just look in uploads. Was it upload?
If is facing the internet, get info, but you need to be careful to not trigger any alarm, otherwise the blue team can block the attempt.
Yeah, but this is just alright. We don't want this to be in the source. Let's just go to the base page. We could really make a copy of it. So let's do it here. Yeah, I suspected that. And this will have like, oh my god, I don't even know how many. I mean, it must clean out the data sometimes, right? Because randomly generated 10 character directory names and file names. That's a lot of files. It would be kind of fun just to randomly generate something and see if there is a file. And also it uses the extension. So was there any kind of like check except for the size? It's not supposed to be more than 1,000 characters. Yeah, I think we got the path to, right? Did we? Let's see. The file has been uploaded. Yeah, so let's just upload something. And we don't have to think about what it is, because it is there. Well, let's just, I have normal images in my shells directory too. So it wants a JPEG. So let's give it a normal JPEG. Let's see. I'm blind. I should type instead. Alright, this, whatever. I'm typing. Oh, that's better. Let's do the cat. Upload file. There was an error uploading file. It was too big, right? Yeah, it's big. So if I upload another file, I don't want to upload this. It's also too big. So let's do any file. This is a tiny JPEG. There's also a reverse shell. I don't know what we're supposed to do and what we're not allowed to do and whatever, you know. So this being on actual internet makes me, oh, what should I do?
Make a fake file.jpg.
Yeah, I'm thinking of just doing anything. Well, we could change this one, or we could just upload this one. This is a web shell. Let's look at it. I'm sorry, but this is how I look at stuff. Which one? So that's a very simple thing.
Never be sorry for what you do, because you are doing it, and this is the most important thing.
Yeah, but I know that a lot of people prefer the GUI way, so... well, let's do this one then. And let's upload it. And then we have it here. And the file name was PHP. Did I upload the one called PHP? I'm like, what did I do? Let's just check the code, because it's here and my memory is not. So where does it set the type? Here we have extension.
If we have to do what a lot of people like, we probably were playing Valorant and yelling like crazy just because.
I don't even know what that is.
Maham Bahi says I don't know and there's nothing you can do about it.
What? Let's see here. So, X. Well, let's actually hop
A game for
here.
younger than us people, D.
So I'm just going to mark ext because this program will just mark all of it. So I can just check quickly where all the exts are, and here it says it's from the path info extension. And that's kind of what I was thinking. We didn't search for path info, so let's do that. The path info, it gets the file name, I'm assuming here. Yeah, right, now I know why. Because this, probably? Yeah, so it will always be called JPG. Whatever it's really called. So if we click this file now. But that is, since it's in there, you know. We could change that.
Why not use regex for the extension too?
The reason why it's not in the PHP code is because then we couldn't change it. Right? If it was in the PHP, we couldn't change it. Well, we could. We could change it. Well, no, we couldn't.
You need just JPG.
So, I would like this site to have more instructions on what we're supposed to do in the... how much is too much, you know? I don't want to log into this web server. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get a real shell on there. I don't think I'm supposed to, right? So I want to know what they think is good to do. But I know that I will need to get the password by, like, asking for...
At this point, call an external function, and there you can change everything.
Anyway, let's just continue this, cause the only thing we need to do really is to change stuff now. We have all the stuff in Burp, though I'm like 2 minutes to my end time, and if I don't finish it, I will have to keep Burp running, and that's not fun, right? Cause my computer is
I
not
don't really
that
know. In the
strong.
end, I think if you look too much deep, and they didn't think about people could do it, it is not your fault.
Yeah, but it's on the internet. It's not just on like try hack me or hack the box or something. It's on the internet. I don't want to like be bad to the internet. So let's see here. The last the last post here. We sent this, and we have all the information here in this one. We sent the correct file even. And it didn't complain anything. So let's just send it to Peter.
Is like the internet box from IT Crowd, D.
I don't know much about IT Crowd, I'm sorry. What? So, I think that Burp is having a few problems here. Let's redo it. There. So this one is just empty. So this... Look at this. I've never seen these. Boundary.
Web link.
Okay.
Enjoy the scene because it's worth it, and if you can watch the show because it's hilarious.
Yeah, but also I will get like copyright stuff if I look at it now, so I won't do that. Sorry. But I can look at it later. But I think they're just. I'm not into
Don't
like
do it now.
British humor. Really. Monty Python is horrible. It's boring. I can look at it later. I will. I promise. So my hubby likes that kind of thing.
Oh come on, is the best humor.
So here we have the hidden ones. With the file name. Well, I guess we just send this one. And it sends us the link to this. So I'll have to look at the code once more because I thought it made a directory too. Undefined index CMD. Okay. Okay. Oh my. I'm thinking like, you can't stop now, right? But I am 2 minutes too long. So, I'm sorry, I'll get there. I'm just like, will we need like $1 there? No? Nah. I'll hop back again. So this is how it does here, just with BG color. Question mark BG color. The dollar characters
Is a no
of
day,
the
so
PHP
go to have
variables
fun with your
are
kids.
confusing me.
Is holidays.
Yeah. And also he thought 1 hour later was extremely late. So we happen to have the name of the file that contains the passwords, because that's a part of the this. So here is where the here. This is the password for this one. And we're going for 13. Okay. Right, we just got it twice. So, before we end today, we'll just go to number 13. I'm just pasting it there. Let's duplicate this one again. Duplicate. And let's do 13. So we just confirm that it's correct, right? And do Nadas 13. And paste this thing. So now we're in the next one. So we have to make notes before I end stream. So that felt like not too intrusive to their things. I know they have good permission things because I tried before. We can do that now too. The next password that we want is of course for 14, right? So let's think that we wanted the 14 one instead, and we will just do 14 here. So let's if I just do I'm curious now just because it printed it twice. Come on. I think it was there. Yeah, so now we didn't get anything. Whatever. Is it 2 times in the file? Let's look at the source for this. 1, 2. So it has 2 lines in the files. Or what? Why? Maybe it has twice the password. Notes. Notes before I stop. So, from this, we upload a simple web shell. Let's put the code of the shell here, and it's PHP, and let's do it where I have to. So here. So the file is renamed .jpg. So we need to modify the request. Renamed. So HTTP. Is it good enough? Do I have to add more stuff here? What do you think? So here. And we have all the extra lines that it always adds.
I don't even
There.
begun the others' war games on OverTheWire, so for me you are more than okay, D.
Yeah, so I meant, is this enough of notes to make someone understand this, even if they don't really understand it, if you know what I mean. So we just well, no, I don't want to be too basic. So if someone don't understand, they can ask me instead, okay? I mean, I can't have explanation of burp in every note, right?
Okay, D.
The file uploaded, okay, and we got the link to it. Let's show the error message too. So, so if we I don't know, that will be exactly the same screenshot, whatever. Oh my, I'll have to type that again. Now I can go back, right? So then we can see the link. I don't have to type the link too, because I put this bit in there too. Now we just add. Right, we have the Windows paste. So I can have this one there. I'll duplicate it. We just add to the URL. So I like my new screenshotting thing here. Laban, jag ska precis sluta. Jag håller på att avsluta, så kan vi spela något, okej? Vill du leka? Okej, jag fixar det. Jag ska bara avsluta. Vilket läckert. Jag kommer till dig när jag är klar, okej? Okej. Yes. So, I just told him that I'm almost done. So he wants spaghetti and meat sauce, as always. Right, so let's also copy this as text.
Okay, moment to go, your notes are okay, and your kid is asking, and I need to feed myself, let's call the day, D.
You have to stay for the raid. I'll just create a new note and paste a new password so we can continue next time. So let's raid someone. Who's online? Oh, this one is speaking Spanish and I don't understand the thing. So let's just check Twitch generally. And also I will send the link to wherever we raid to YouTube so you can hop over to if you want to. So we have White Painter Andy. Yeah, so Kiba, let's see. Options work. Oh, this is a hard choice. Let's do Andy. It was long since I rated Andy. So I'm going to copy the full URL. I think this window needs to be a bit muted there too. And we're going to send the link to YouTube. We're going to hop over to the streamer.
Fixit42 live says https://www.twitch.tv/Andilipy.
And there, so we're hopping up to his stream. Let's see how many. I never know how many people watch. I used to know before I did the YouTube thing too, because then I could see how many I had on Twitch. But now I never see how many people there are on stream. If I don't go and like look for it. Yeah. Let's send the raid. So thank you people for being here. Thank you for learning with me. Teaching me stuff. All the things, you know. And I will be on again tomorrow. About the same time probably.
On YouTube or here?
On both.
Bye, have a nice day with your kids, and see you next time.
Yeah,
less
have a
than
nice day,
3.
everybody. Have a nice day, YouTube.